We've all been on the job site where we're trying to make the perfect cut, only to find that our tool doesn't turn on when we expect it, or we're mid-cut and the power goes out. So we're caught frantically looking around, looking for the problem, only to find our cables became unplugged. And we're not even going to talk about the language that just came out of our mouths when we found this problem. I'm Margaret from Just Needs Paint, and today I want to share with you how you can avoid this problem as well as make your job site safer. So let's get started with a knot that I like to use in a pinch, which is fast and easy. So you use an overhand knot. Give yourself some space there so that when you plug in the cable, when you have tension on the line, it goes through the knot and there's no pressure on either end of the connection. Now let's compare that to a different knot, which is also an overhand knot. And you can see here that when there's tension on the cable here, it's all going to the connection. You've got a little bit of crimping going on here as well, and it's putting pressure where the prongs meet. So let's compare that even to when you have a smaller cable. Something you want to consider is what kind of knot you have going on there. So when I use this overhand knot and plug this in, there's a lot more pressure going on with the smaller one. And even on that, I've seen it where it's gone around, it's somehow worked itself over the big one so that it ends up just knotting on the small one, which there's no point in even making this knot if that's what you're doing. And again, you can see how much pressure is going on right there. Let's compare and contrast these two knots. Obviously, I'm advocating for this kind of a knot because there's less pressure on the line. But both knots suffer from some of the same problems. The first one being that the whole point of an extension cord is you're trying to work farther away from the power source, closer to the job site. So when you're using this, you're using precious extension cord space. Especially with regard to this one, we're using about 3 feet of cord here. Also, notice the amount of curve going on here. These are designed to be laid flat, not in a really tight curve. And because of the braided cord inside, you're decreasing the lifespan of your extension cords, power cables. And third, you'll see that there's a lot of cord all bunched together. And we're using power tools, which is drawing a lot of power. So you have the potential of your cords overheating, creating a fire hazard on your job site. Definitely unplug your tools and your extension cords as soon as you're done using them. And also, do not store your cables like this because, again, you'll be decreasing the lifespan of your cords. So that's why I wanted to introduce a cord connection device, because while these definitely solve your problem of your cables disconnecting, they also bring about a new set of problems, which a cord connection device not only solves, but then you also have added benefits such as weatherproofing. There are a few cord connection devices out on the market. This here is a Cord Protect. I've also used a Cord Safe in the past. And you can see on the inside here that there's a gasket that firmly holds your electrical cord in place. So you close it up, and not only does this keep your extension cords from disconnecting, it also solves the other problems those knots create, but it also is weatherproof. You can see the gasket will keep the water out. Now this is not waterproof. You don't want to dunk it in water. That's not what this is for. But if you're working in the rain or you've got splashing from a pool, this is definitely a device you want to consider. Well, I'm not the strongest person. I'm trying to put a whole lot of pressure on this line, and you can see for yourself that the cords didn't budge inside because they're being held in place by the gasket. So now you have a few new ideas on how to make your job site safer. Please like and subscribe to support more videos like this. And remember, no job done right just needs paint.